It's a competition, and my mission is to destroy you. It's not, I mean, like I don't say it, like we're playing. I'm not stopping at 30. Like I'm gonna keep going until you figure out something else to do. Like I'm gonna keep going.
Playing Golden State, and this was when Steph was starting to catch fire. He was starting to turn into the chef. He came in and he said, "I found it." He just kept saying, "I found it." He don't like people standing on the side of him. He can shoot with you in front of him. He can shoot with you behind him. But on his side, he don't like that. I'm going to guard in the second half. Shut him down again.
Listen, I don't care if you got Steph Curry's jersey hanging in your closet right now. I don't care if you think his handle is untouchable or his range is unlimited. When we're talking about a straight-up one-on-one battle, no screens, no motion offense, no Draymond setting illegal picks, Kobe Bryant would absolutely demolish Stephen Curry, and it wouldn't even be close. Yeah, I said it.
Okay, if you had a top 5 or top 4 Mount Rushmore NBA players, who would you say? No order.
Bron, Jordan. I'm going Shaq just because he's the most dominant ever. And then 4th, I'm going, we just had this debate. I would go Magic, but it's looking like Curry might have to find his way in there, honestly.
What Curry?
Just because of what he's doing and the way that I love Kobe, but he was never the best player to me, like watching him.
Okay.
Just because he got the most misses ever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But back to Curry. His resume and the way he changed the game, he's the best shooter ever. Carried USA. Like, there ain't nothing that he ain't did. And he got the rings to back it up, too.
The man who revolutionized basketball with his three-point shooting would get sent home crying by the Black Mamba. And I got the receipts to prove it.
Who beat you in one-on-one if it ever happened in practice?
No one. I'm not trying to be like, but that's what I do. If there's going to be a player that beat me, he retired on that last shot in Utah in '98.
Let me paint you a picture real quick. It's 2008. Hand checking is still fresh in everyone's memory. The playoffs are a war zone where guards get bodied up at half court. You got Ron Artest throwing elbows, Bruce Bowen stepping under shooters, and Tony Allen turning defense into assault and battery. Now drop Steph Curry, all 185 pounds of him, into that meat grinder.
Before this happened, Steph Curry was not Steph Curry. He was Dale Curry's kid at Davidson.
Who couldn't get a scholarship to Virginia Tech. Like, there was a whole bunch of that stuff, yeah.
If you talked about him at all, and you probably didn't, but if you did, it was just like, oh yeah, Dale Curry's son. He's at Davidson. Like a good mid-major player. That's all he was. He was not an NBA prospect at all.
You really think he's surviving? The same dude who gets hunted on defense in today's soft league? Come on now. But hold up. Let's start with something y'all probably forgot about. November 26th, 2008, Oracle Arena. A rookie Steph Curry, trying to make a name for himself, decides he's going to get cute with Kobe Bryant during pregame. This actually happened. Curry walks up to Kobe and tries some psychological warfare, asking him, "Are you nervous?" before the game.
You think about game-winning shots or game-winning free throws, and people go to the free throw line and they're nervous about it. Well, what are you really nervous about? If you unpack that, okay, you're nervous that you're going to miss the shot. All right, so you missed the shot, then what happens? People are going to be embarrassed. You're going to be embarrassed because thousands of people, millions of people see you miss the shot. All right, and then what? People are going to talk bad about you. And so you're looking at it and go, are those things even important? You're worried about letting your teammates down? Okay, have you let them down before? Well, I'm sure in practice and things of that nature, right? They're still there.
Yeah.
And so when you're able to unpack it, you kind of look at it for what it is, which is really nothing.
You know what Kobe did? Dropped 31 points, grabbed 10 rebounds, and sent the Warriors home with an L. That was Kobe's response to disrespect. Immediate devastation. And that was just a regular season game against a rookie. Imagine what he'd do with real stakes on the line. Now let's talk about the fundamental problem with this whole Curry argument. Steph Curry is a system player. There, I said. What everyone's thinking but too scared to say. Don't get me wrong. He's the greatest shooter ever, no debate. But strip away the Warriors' motion offense, take away those elevator screens, remove Draymond Green's moving picks that refs mysteriously never call, and what do you have? You have a 6'2" guard who can't create his own shot against elite defenders the way Kobe could.
Loosey-goosey all the time.
All right, we'll enjoy every minute of it. Thanks for being with us.
Plus, by the way, I want to actually see him shoot the ball and be on my team. Shoot, man. I didn't come here to watch him pass the ball the damn time. Shoot the ball.
Look at the evidence. When Steph won his first championship in 2015, who was his competition? A depleted Cavaliers team missing Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. LeBron took them to 6 games with Matthew Dellavedova as his second option. Matthew Dellavedova, the next year, they're up 3-1, looking unstoppable. And what happens? The moment LeBron and Kyrie turn up the physicality, Steph crumbles. Threw his mouthpiece like a child, got ejected from Game 6. That's your transcendent superstar?
Steph, you surprisingly only have 11 All-Star games to your name, with LeBron having 21.
Dang, your expectations are insane, brother.
Does that play on your mind, though? Do you want to...
Meanwhile, Kobe's out here averaging 35 points per game in an era where scoring 100 as a team was an achievement. January 22nd, 2006, 81 points against the Raptors. No super team, no spacing, just Smush Parker and Kwame Brown watching greatness unfold. You think Steph's dropping 81 with those teammates? He couldn't even win Finals MVP with Kevin Durant on his squad. That's right, the greatest shooter ever played with a top 15 all-time player and still couldn't grab that Finals MVP trophy. Not once.
He's doing that Mamba mentality thing where he's picking me up full court in a preseason game in the first quarter. I'm like, you turn around, he's like this, like standing there and like doing defensive slides. Like, so he stays with me for like 4 or 5 slides and then he bumps me and I kind of like fall off balance. So I'm actually gassed at this point. I'm tired. I got no option. I'm like, I'm just going to shoot it and live with it. And I shot it from probably 30 feet and I made it. And then I act like nothing happened. And he gave me like the little ass tap on the way back. And I couldn't even acknowledge that either. I kind of just like knocked him off. And I went right back in at halftime. I was like, I need that clip.
Let's break down what a one-on-one matchup actually looks like. First possession. Steph's got the ball. He's doing his little dribble moves, trying to create space for that quick release 3. You know what Kobe's doing? He's bodying him up from half court, using that 6-foot 6-inch frame and 220 pounds to absolutely suffocate him. Kobe had a 6-foot 11-inch wingspan. That's longer than some centers. He's contesting everything, and when Steph tries to drive past him, good luck finishing through contact when Kobe's hand-checking you into the 3rd row. Now flip it. Kobe's got the ball. What's Steph doing? Praying? Because that's about all he can do. Kobe's backing him down from the 3-point line, using that shoulder to create space, then either rising up for that unguardable fadeaway or taking him to the rim for a poster. This is the same Kobe who used to hunt mismatches against point guards like they owed him money. Chris Paul, one of the best defensive point guards ever, couldn't do anything with Kobe. You think Steph Curry, who gets targeted by James Harden in the playoffs, is stopping anything? But here's where it gets really embarrassing for the Curry stans. Let's talk about mental toughness. Kobe played through a torn Achilles, literally willing his body to make free throws before walking off the court. Broken fingers, played through them, shoulder injuries.
As tough as he is, he was writhing in pain. So if you see Kobe writhing in pain, then you know it hurts.
Yeah.
And dislocations hurt.
Yeah.
And he had there's different degrees of dislocations.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could see my face, I really had to put a lot of traction on that bone to get it back in place. That's how dislocated it was.
Taped it up and dropped 40. This man's pain tolerance was superhuman. Meanwhile, Steph sits out games for load management and missed the entire 2020 season because the Warriors were tanking. You cannot compare the competitive fire of these two men. Remember what happened when Steph finally got challenged without his super team? 2021 play-in tournament against the Lakers. LeBron, at 36 years old, looked Steph in the eye and said, "I want him." Proceeded to lock him up in crunch time while Curry went 1 for 5 in the final minutes. This is your revolutionary player? Getting clamped by someone old enough to be collecting Social Security in basketball years?
We were playing in a preseason game. He's doing that Mamba mentality thing where he's picking me up full court in a preseason game. And like, you turn around, he's like this, like standing there and like doing defensive slides, like standing in front of me. I'm like, yo, what is happening right now? This is freaking Kobe Bryant. So he stays with me for like 4 or 5 slides and then he bumps me and I kind of like fall off balance. So I'm actually gassed at this point. I'm tired. We're trying to get into shape in a preseason game and he's just going, all out on the defensive pressure and he's way bigger, way stronger than me. So after I fall, I got no option. I'm like, I'm just going to shoot it and live with it. And I shot it from probably 30 feet and I made it. And then I act like nothing happened. And he gave me like the little ass tap on the way back. And I couldn't even acknowledge that either. I kind of just like knocked him off and like act like I was playing on defense. I went right back in at halftime. I was like, I need that clip.
And before y'all start crying about different eras and rule changes, let me remind you who Kobe was cooking on the regular. Allen Iverson, probably the quickest player in NBA history, couldn't stay in front of Kobe.
and they talk about comparing him to Mike. I don't understand how they don't have a debate when it comes to Kobe. I don't get it.
They hate on Kobe.
What you forgot or something? What they forgot? I really think they forgot. The Mamba, man.
With Kobe, he was so different. I've never seen nobody as competitive like him but Mike.
Tracy McGrady, 6 feet 8 inches with unlimited range for his time, got torched repeatedly. Vince Carter, athletic freak of nature, became another highlight reel victim. Young LeBron James, supposedly the chosen one, watched Kobe drop 48 on his head in Cleveland. These were all-time great defenders and scorers, and Kobe treated them like practice cones. You know what the real difference is? Kobe didn't need anybody. When Shaq left in 2004, everyone said the Lakers were done. What did Kobe do? Averaged 35 points per game, dragged Smush Parker and Chris Meme to the playoffs, and scored 81 points just to remind everyone who he was.
I don't want this conversation. When I retire, I don't want people to say, okay, he only won because of Shaq. As unfair as that is, Magic never won without Cap, right? Michael never won without Scottie. Here I am getting stuck with this argument, which is not fair, but yet this is the argument people will make, and I'm not okay with that. And so therefore I knew, okay, I gotta go.
When Steph lost Kevin Durant, what happened? Missed the playoffs entirely. Couldn't even get the 8th seed. That's the difference between a killer and a front runner. Let's talk about another uncomfortable truth. Playoff performances when it matters most. Kobe's got 5 championships, 2 finals MVPs, and countless clutch moments. Game 7 against the Celtics in 2010? Everyone played terrible, shooting percentages in the gutter, but Kobe grabbed 15 rebounds and willed his team to victory through pure determination. That's championship DNA. Steph in Game 7 of the 2016 Finals, 6 for 19 shooting, 4 for 14 from 3, getting locked up by Kevin Love on the perimeter. Kevin Love. If you can't score on Kevin Love, how you scoring on prime Kobe? Here's what really kills me though. People want to act like Steph revolutionized the game, but what did he really do? He had the perfect storm, rule changes that eliminated hand-checking, a front office that built the perfect system around him, and the luck of playing in an era where teams forgot how to play defense. You drop Kobe in today's league with this spacing, he's averaging 40 easily. You drop Steph in 2004 against the Pistons, Ben Wallace is sending his shots into the upper deck while Chauncey Billups is putting him in the weight room. And can we please talk about the killer instinct gap? When Kobe wanted to end you, it was over. Ask the Mavericks about that 62-point game where he outscored their entire team through 3 quarters, then sat the 4th because the destruction was complete. That's not just winning. That's psychological warfare. Steph, he's out here shimmying and dancing, having fun. That's cool for the regular season, but when Draymond's getting suspended and the pressure's mounting, where's that killer instinct? It's on the bench with a fouled-out Curry complaining to the refs. Don't even get me started on the defensive gap. Kobe made 12 all-defensive teams. 12! He locked up the best players in the league while dropping 30 on the other end. Steph has made exactly 0 all-defensive teams. 0. Teams literally run plays specifically to attack him. The Rockets built an entire playoff strategy around hunting Curry on defense. You ever see anyone hunting Kobe? That's a death wish. Y'all want to bring up efficiency stats? Cool, let's talk about it. Steph's efficiency comes from taking wide-open threes created by the best screening system in basketball history. Kobe's efficiency came from taking the worst shots imaginable, double-teamed fadeaways, contested long twos, driving into 3 defenders, because his teammates couldn't create anything. Give Kobe the spacing of today's game and Klay Thompson spreading the floor. Those efficiency numbers would make Steph's look pedestrian. The truth is, we're comparing a specialist to a complete player. Steph does one thing at an all-time level: shoot threes. Kobe did everything at an all-time level: score from anywhere, defend anyone, rebound when needed, facilitate when required. In a one-on-one game, specialization doesn't win. Completeness does. And nobody was more complete than Kobe Bean Bryant. Look, I get it. Steph's fun to watch. Those deep threes are exciting. The Warriors dynasty was impressive, but stop disrespecting the legends who paved the way. In a real one-on-one battle, with no refs calling touch fouls, no screens to hide behind, just pure basketball, Kobe's winning 11-0, and Steph's calling for a substitution by the 5th possession. That's the cold, hard truth they don't want you to hear. But if you're ready for more reality checks that'll shake up your basketball world, hit that subscribe button and let's keep exposing the truth.